Hello, good morning and welcome to this live Forex trading session. As usual, we're just going to go through the markets together, particularly looking at the Euro US dollar and the dollar Canadian dollar. And then afterwards, if you have any questions, issues or problems, we can go through that after the session, after going through the markets. Okay, so as usual, we start off by looking at the economic calendar, which will set the tone for the day and the week for us. So let me bring that up. So looking at the economic calendar, today is Tuesday, the 10th of August. And again, make sure you set your economic calendar to your own time zone, wherever you're based. So I'll be quoting GMT plus 2 times. So the times I'll be quoting are GMT plus 2 times. So looking at the economic calendar for today, we'll be looking for reports of high importance that could affect the Euro US dollar and the dollar Canadian dollar, and also note reports of medium importance. So let's see. As usual, you can just ignore reports of low importance. We're looking for reports relevant to the markets that we're trading, which is the Euro US dollar and the dollar Canadian dollar. Now we can see here at 11 o'clock this morning, GMT plus 2, we have the Euro area and the Germany economic sentiment index report. So that's a report of high importance that would obviously impact the euro and hence the Euro US dollar or any currency paired with the euro. So for specifically the Euro US dollar, I'll avoid trading that prior to 11 a.m. prior to that report. Again, you can just ignore reports of low importance. We're not doing anything with Brazil. We can ignore reports of low importance. That's a Fed speech at 8:30, but the market will be closed by then. But we don't need to worry about the Fed speech. It's just a speech, not an announcement. So the only report of importance today is the Euro area and Germany economic sentiment index report at 11 a.m. GMT plus 2. And then, like I said, would specifically affect currencies paired with the euro. So I'll avoid trading the Euro US dollar prior to that report at 11 a.m. Well, let's look at the rest of the day. The rest of the week to see if there's anything major coming up the rest of the week. We can see tomorrow, Wednesday the 11th, we have the Germany inflation rate. That's a report of quite high importance. And the big one tomorrow is the US inflation rate. So we've got 2 big reports coming out tomorrow, the Germany inflation rate and the US inflation rate. And then for the rest of the week, on Thursday, we have the UK GDP report on Thursday. That's another big report. And that's it for the week. Okay, good. So let's get back to today. So today, I'm going to avoid trading the Euro US dollar prior to 11 a.m. But I can go ahead and look for opportunities on the dollar Canadian dollar straight away. Again, don't forget to keep an eye on Market Watch to see if there's anything untoward or that could create uncertainty in the currency market. Again, we're trading currencies. So it tends to be global issues like trade wars and between China or America or Europe, or threat of war itself and all that. So there's nothing untoward going on that could create uncertainty with the currency market. Okay, so let's go to the charts. So we'll start with the swing trading. We'll start with the Euro US dollar swing trading. Look at the daily time frame. So looking at the daily time frame, the market is currently trending down. The moving average 50 today is 1.18576. So I'll round that up to 1.1858. So I'll adjust my pending buy order to 2 pips above that. That'll be 1860. So I'll just adjust that to 1860. And the stop loss 100 pips, 1760. So that's the swing pending order done. So go to the day trade, 5-minute time frame. You can see the market initially fell a bit. It's now trending sideways between the pivot point and S1. But like I said, in view of the report coming out at 11 a.m., we'll leave this alone and reassess just before the report at 11 a.m. and decide where to place my orders then. And we'll do that together on the platform. So go to the dollar Canadian dollar. Again, start with the swing trade, daily time frame. The moving average 100 today is 1.2332. So 2 pips below that is 1.2330. So I'll just adjust that to 2330. Again, 100 pips stop loss, 2430. So that's for the dollar Canadian dollar swing trade. And for the day trade, we'll go to the 5-minute time frame. I can see that, as usual, the dollar Canadian dollar is in a bit of a mess. You can see initially when it trended up there, but since then, really, it's just been going sideways. And let me just mark that. That'll be the high, 1.2589. So that's the high. And the, excuse me, and the low there is 1.2531. As usual, it's best to start by defining the trend. So your chart analysis always starts with defining the trend. We've now defined that the market is trending sideways between these 2 white lines. So now that we've determined the sideways trend or the trend of the market, you want to avoid trading within the sideways trend. You can see the pivot point and the first support are both within the sideways trend. R1 is outside the sideways trend, so we can use R1 to trade, but we can't use the pivot point or S1 at the moment. And S2, we don't use to trade using the pivot point strategy. So all I can do now is place a pending buy order just above R1. And you can see R1 there is 1.2597. So 2 pips above that is 1.2599. 2599. Pips stop loss 2579. I'll calculate the 60 pips profit limit later. So there we are for the dollar Canadian dollar. So there's only a buy opportunity at the moment, no sell opportunity. And like I say, I'll reassess the Euro US dollar just before the report at 11 a.m. Okay, any questions? If you have any questions, you can either raise your hand or send your questions through the chat box.